remember ever recommending to anybody that Mr. Clark, meaning Jeffrey Clark at DOJ, be given election-related responsibilities.
You mean beyond the president?
Correct.
Well, beyond the president, I do recall saying to people that somebody should be put in charge of the Justice Department who isn't frightened of what's going to be done to their reputation. Because Justice Department was filled with people like that.
Should put somebody that's not frightened of what's going to be done to their reputation.
Yeah, if the Justice Department was going to be used to throw out the election results and keep Trump in power, you'd need somebody to do that who was unafraid about the effect on their reputation. Thank you for that testimonial, Mr. Giuliani. Also, behold, Jeff Clark.
And when he finished discussing what he planned on doing, I said, good, excuse me, sorry, a-hole. Congratulations, you just admitted a first step or act you take as Attorney General would be committing a felony and violating Rule 6E. You're clearly the right candidate for this job.
You are clearly the right candidate for this job. The first thing you're going to do as Attorney General is commit a felony and violate Rule 6E. Ari Melber, what is Rule 6E?
It's about grand jury secrecy and other types of federal obligations for keeping things secret, which matters a lot. We have these incredible investigative powers. If they are abused by the government, that itself can be a violation. And as mentioned, that can even lead to charges. All of this goes to why Mr. Clark was not only in over his head, but was gearing up to do potentially illegal things, which may be why he just had his home raided.
Well, so what Hirschman is saying there in that clip is, oh, what you're planning on doing is a felony. We also have Hirschman warning a different Trump lawyer, John Eastman, that he should get himself a good effing criminal defense lawyer. This is along those lines. He's saying it would be a felony what John Eastman wants to do. And also this whole idea that Eastman's going to investigate all of these fraud claims and then immediately use that to overthrow the election, that would be a violation of the way the Justice Department does its work.
Exactly. And this actually dovetails with something really interesting that Congressman Schiff said to you tonight, as we've been discussing this with different people. We're in this bonkers land where all these words are getting turned around. When we hear about who lost and who's doing fraud, the voter fraud is being pushed by Donald Trump. He wants voter fraud in Georgia to the tune of 11,000 votes. Having people submit fraudulent material to the government to override actual votes is a voter fraud or elector fraud. The people who kept talking about voter fraud in November that didn't happen are also the ones trying to commit it.
Yeah.
And likewise here, the people talking about we need investigations. Yes, there is room for certain types of investigations, and we always keep an open mind. But if you have a pretextual investigation ordered for political goals, that itself can be a crime. It can be selective prosecution. It can be the abuse of the fruits of that investigation, the grand jury material. Basically, Rachel, not like one crime, but like a bunch. A
bunch of crimes. And again, getting back to this looming issue today where Jeff Clark, in many ways, the subject of today's hearing as much as President Trump was, his home, we learned just at the start of the hearing today, was apparently the subject of a search warrant by federal officers yesterday morning. We learned about that just as today's hearing started.